I've just been watching the chaos of City Project Red.
You know what? Imagine about the start of the year. At the start of the year, someone came out and said, Last of Us 2 and CyberPunk are going to be the two most controversial games of the year. You'd be going, fuck you.
I'm getting ready. Fuck you, CDPR. You fucking ruined this game for everyone. It should have been out in fucking April, and then you have your COVID fucking, oh no, we got COVID, so everything's going to get delayed. All right, fine. We're going to release it now. Oh, we're going to delay it. Oh, we're going to release it now. No, we're going to delay it again. Oh, it's going to run fine on PS4 and next gen. Well, it's actually current gen PS4, not last gen. And then I play it, crash. Fuck this, I'm going to bed. All right, update 104, put it in. One crash. Gameplay is fucking terrible. Fuck you. I'm done with this game.
What about update 105, which was supposed to fix everything? But it didn't. It didn't. Look, here's the thing. This game was supposed to fucking be out in April, like you said, all right? There were no fucking next-gen consoles back then, and this whole game has been marketed for PS4, Xbox One, whatever it's called. Man, Xbox names are fucking retarded. Right. Okay, here we go. This is after the newest update. This is 105 update.
Oh, I saw this. This is good.
Free. It's not bad. I don't know what to say.
Say you'll take this and remember the dosage. 2 whips now and another.
What the fuck?
It's got an explosive ass.
You're certified bug-free. Bug-free.
I love the way he says bug-free in it as well, man. That's so fucking good. But Santa Claus, you seem to disagree a little bit.
I do not disagree that CD Projekt Red made a terrible mistake, and they continue to make terrible mistakes, and they lied. So, before I get started, I want to say, I'm not defending CD Projekt Red.
Okay.
But I think the biggest mistake they made was designing this thing to release on the last year of a console's life. Mm-hmm. And then market it towards that older console instead of just developing it. It's always an issue if you're a game developer, unless you're one of those people that are just cranking out titles year after year, and your titles are running basically on the same proven game engine that you've designed years and years ago for this platform. You can tweak your game engine and make a new Call of Duty game, no problem, and it's not going to have any of the bugs. But to take on something this ambitious, an open world in a dense urban environment, and design it from the start to allegedly be compatible with hardware that came out in 2013 was stupid. If you're going to do an ambitious project, you go next gen, because one, you're going to have a hell of a time actually getting it to run on the older hardware, which we've seen. And two, that hardware's 7 years old, so you're not going to be coming out with anything truly remarkable or innovative if it can run on 2013 hardware. So what they should have done is released it this year on PC, and then just released it next year on console. Be very careful, game developers. Do not release in the last year of a console. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because it's just you have to go all the way back to that. Do you know what phone was it? 2013? iPhone 5.
Wow. That's going.
The iPhone 5 is 2013. Think about how long that is. And when you they shouldn't have sold it as that it'll work on the current gen. That's definitely on them. I'm saying they shouldn't have designed it and sold it at all for PS4 or Xbox, because the hardware just doesn't cut the mustard. You can do open world if it's a small city and there's not a whole bunch of traffic and it's not dense and 3D, because not only is Night City large, a large footprint, it also goes vertical. There's overlapping roads and highways and things like that. So that's quite different than doing open world and it's some small village in Ghost of Tsushima. Right?
Yeah.
And I think their biggest mistake there was just going and developing it for current gen anyway.
So
and marketing it at I can't remember what it was when they showed the gameplay. It's like, oh yeah, this is how populated it is. This is how it runs. This is what it looked like. And
Yeah,
then
totally.
you play it. There's fucking no one around, and everyone's fucking jumping around everywhere. Like, what is this shit? And Steve was like, yeah, other games like Red Dead had bugs like this. I saw some, but the game didn't crash every fucking 5 minutes. And you're like, why the fuck am I going to bother playing this game when it just stops?
this game isn't
Right.
finished. It's simple as that. But this
Yeah,
is
they
why
should've-
people are pissed off, man. This part right here. This was the CEO, like 2 weeks before the game came out. Cyberpunk 2077 will work surprisingly well on last-gen consoles. Okay? And then we got to the reviews of the game, where the reviewers could only play it on PC. And the PC does have its share of issues. Nowhere near as bad. Not even close to anywhere near as bad. But the CEO comes out and says 2 weeks before the game, it runs surprisingly well on last-gen consoles. So it turns out that was a fucking lie. Everyone that's given a review to review this game has to play it on PC because consoles are fucked, and they knew it was fucked. And during the reviews, they weren't allowed to show any of their own footage. They had to use pre-rendered scenes in their own reviews. And then, like, the game comes out, and everyone's like, okay, this game ain't fucking finished. We're all watching the bug videos. Ricky Burrick is doing amazing ones. Cyberbug was trending. Cyberbug 2077 was trending. That's pretty bad as it is. And then we get to the point where they go, hey, everyone can have a fucking refund. Look, this game is just CDPR outright lied through this whole thing, man. And I get it. They said the game wasn't ready, even though they said it was ready last year. They said the game wasn't ready, and people went fucking crazy. Yes, people went crazy. It was a bit meh, whatever. I think they overreacted too much. I do agree with that.
The thing that shocks me the most
Did not send death threats, and then they still released it. They released this because investors wanted this game out. CDPR developers got screwed over royally, and they're the ones I feel bad for. CDPR management is trash as almighty fuck. Yeah, go on, Rhino.
I was just going to say, the thing that shocks me so much about this is that this game was slated to be out on these current gen consoles. The way that they're now reporting on it is like they're the old gen consoles, you know. They're trying to make it seem less worse than it is.
Yeah, they're trying to soften the blow by saying it'll work on this old hardware.
But this game was originally slated to come out on these consoles before the new gen consoles were even going to be released. So the fact that this game is working worse on these consoles than it did, let's say, does on the new gen consoles or on PC, it's a ridiculous argument from them.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be like the big one as well, man, and here we are. But the conference call where they had the minutes come out, and you could see what was said, like they all knew, all the executives knew how fucked this game was, man, from the very get-go. It wasn't finished. They had nothing done. It's not optimized. It's just not done. And then we got this one. Look at this shit. CDPR has said that it's aiming to make Cyberpunk 2077 a playable, stable game about glitches and crashes.
I think I tweeted that and said, yeah, it's called Do Your Fucking Job.
What a noble goal.
You had one job.
It's the first one, is to be fucking job. Shut up and do what you need to do. Shouldn't that be the goal of literally any game? So basically, the game should be
shouldn't that be the goal before you release the game?
bare minimum, don't you think?
It should be the very minimum requirements. Like this, like I played it on PC, and it's much better on PC, and I don't have a power PC anymore. Like my video card is old. I wanted to update it to get the new RTX 3080 cards, but you can't get them in. They're completely sold out everywhere. You can't buy the goddamn video card, even though it's a $600 video card.
Wow.
You can't get it anywhere. I can run it, but like it doesn't run great, and I crashed a lot. Like I had to really tweak some of my settings for my video card in the NVIDIA control panel just to get past certain spots in the intro without crashing. That shouldn't be in a game. Now, I haven't experienced many of the other glitches. I've seen only one model that's in the T-pose, not moving. I've seen that once, and I've seen a couple cars maybe 3 times, and I played several hours. I'm well into the game now. I've only seen 3 cars like explode from bad spawns. So it's far less glitchy on the PC, but it's still not even like I had to tweak in order to get it to run, and I'm well above minimum specs. Because the minimum requirements is a Intel Core i5 3570K and an NVIDIA GTX 780. The GTX 700 series came out in May of 2013.
Fuck you, CDPR. It's all your fault.